Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a Q&A. I feel like it's been like almost a year since I last done a Q&A, and I feel like it's about time that I do one for you all. I have lots of new subscribers and old subscribers, and I'm sure there's lots of questions that lots of people have, and the sun is going in and out, but I'm not even going to stress about that. For those of you guys who film, and especially those of you who use natural light, you will understand the aggro of using a window and then clouds, but this is England. I tried to film this makeup look and it just went from grey to black to white. I was just like, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna use my lights another day and redo this tutorial. But yeah, now I'm gonna do a Q&A. Stop complaining, Patricia. I asked lots of people on Instagram and on Twitter, and I'm actually like, it's Sunday right now. It's Sunday morning. I'm gonna edit it and upload it and get it out to you right now. So this is how you know this is fresh. This is not one of those recorded 4 weeks ago kind of videos. So I'm just gonna go straight through my Instagram account and just read all your questions that you've got. There's like literally about 400 over here, and then there's a bunch over on my Twitter as well. So Kavita XO has asked me, how do you deal with overprotective parents? Growing up, my parents were super overprotective. I'll be honest with you, I'm Nigerian. African parents are very, very protective. You kind of roll with it. You kind of count your hours till you're out of the house. Be respectful to your parents, and yeah, you can kind of sneak out here and there, but be careful, because if you get catch out, woo, you don't want that happening. Nayab asks, are you more of a starter and a mains person, or a mains and a dessert person? That is such a good question, because you know I love my food, and I'm definitely a starter and a mains. I don't really have a sweet tooth. It's been growing, but you know, give me some chicken any day or a salad any day, and that will always be my favorite option. Jokaro Tuoska asks me, who is my style inspiration? I don't currently have a specific style inspiration. I love bloggers. My favorite blogger is probably like Angelica Blick right now. She's just amazing and flawless, and I really like a blogger called Gary Pepper as well, and I mean, all of the girls from the UK, I feel like everyone's got their own sense of style that's really, really unique and interesting, and I just like people who play with their style, don't get caught up in everything. Jam4 asked me, is social media my full-time job, and do I have a 9 to 5? So I said this in my last Q&A, I do not have a 9 to 5 per se, but I probably work from 6 a.m. till 12 p.m. nowadays. I have my own businesses that I run, and I also do the YouTube channel as well. So I have the flexibility to shoot videos on a regular basis, but I have multiple streams of income. One day I'm going to do a series on that, maybe over on my blog, to be honest, where I get super serious, Patricia serious, so that I can help you guys to like really maximize your earnings and how you live your life. So I do YouTube. I have a lot of other things that I also do. Abigail Bisnes asked me, what is my hair care routine? I'm gonna do a full hair care routine. If you guys don't know, I wear U-parts, or I wear weaves, and my hair is natural, but I blow dry my hair because I have very coarse hair and it just gets really tangled, and I like wear my hair in like a little bun a lot of the time, and maybe I'll show you like my bun head at some point in time. I've done it on my Snapchat a couple of times, and I wash and condition probably once a week. Abigail said, what makeup should I wear for secondary school or college? None. I wore Vaseline. Vaseline was my only makeup, but I realized for nowadays, you've got Kylie Jenner to look up to. Look at this girl, she's 17. She looks older than me. So I feel like it's hard out here if you're young, because the benchmark is so high. But honestly, you don't have to do that. So don't start aging your skin when you're 16. Like, relax yourself. Just put some moisturizer on, some Vaseline, okay? Live your life a little bit. Be young, it's okay. Babine Druitt asks, are you and Mike thinking about having a baby? This is the most popular question across all my social media, and the answer to that is none of your business. No, I'm joking, I'm joking. I definitely want children. I'm not in a rush to have children, if I be completely honest with you, because we want to travel more. We're going to the Maldives and all that kind of good stuff, like, and I love my life right now, and it sounds really selfish. It's like, do I really want to bring a child in right now the way my life is? And I want to be more stable and not traveling so much before I have a baby. But yeah, I definitely want to have children. I can't wait to have like a little boy and a little girl. and some twins. I want lots of children, so yes, we are. Abby Marvel asked me, is the struggle real? Yes, Abby, the struggle is always real. Abby's my friend, by the way. That strong yet soft woman asked me, what are my do's and don'ts of dating? Like no kissing, holding hands, cuddling, no calls after 10 o'clock. And I thought this was really interesting. And I think because I'm in a comfortable relationship, all of that stuff goes out the window. Like, you don't care. You kiss, you cuddle, you call whenever you feel like it. You call at 2 p.m. You wake the person up if you feel like it. And that's what happens when you're in a comfortable relationship. But I know that when you're like starting out, you have to kind of be careful because you kind of have to protect your own self. However, I don't think it's too good to over strategize. And I think you should really do anything that you know that you're going to feel comfortable with yourself in the long run. If a guy's going to be a douche, a guy's going to be a douche. And I don't think it's going to be based on all the little things you do or don't do. So as long as you feel comfortable in the decisions that you're making, so if you don't feel like kissing him anytime soon, that is your prerogative. And if he disappears off but you feel comfortable in where you stand, that's what's the most important thing is. I can't see the point in strategizing. Like, if you want to answer his call, answer his call. Like, as simple as that. Creative and Crazy Blog asked me, when did I start wearing makeup? And genuinely, I started wearing makeup when I was probably about 20. I was not a big makeup person when I was younger. I've made it very clear Vaseline was my makeup. And actually, it was only when I got into YouTube that I really started wearing makeup. Even when I was at uni, I never wore foundation. I never owned a foundation. And I just wore like mascara. I had just the worst looking brows. And then when I got into like, got into YouTube, I started doing all the concealer and just looking like some flipping camel. It just looked terrible. But I was never a big makeup wearer because I had really good skin back in the day. I think makeup plays a part, but yeah, when I was about 19, 20. Devil Caroline asked me, what is my life goal? Like Beyonce said, to be happy. And what do you do to make it come true? I think that's so interesting. To expand on that, I think it's really important to make an impact. One of my life goals is to make impact in a positive way. And I think one of the things I really want to do is to encourage girls and women that there are alternative routes to success and being the best them without having to necessarily be like what's considered cool or considered popular, especially for the alternative girls who aren't necessarily the most perfect according to, you know, the world and the media. But that doesn't stop you. You're not invisible. And I feel like that's where my heart really is, and what I want to do. And I think that life is great when you are giving back. Life is not about what you can get, but it's also about what you can give. And you'll find this that with anyone who's successful, it's all about how much they can give back. So I always want to give back in my life. And what can I do to make it come true? Well, being the ultimate true to myself is how I do that. And if I feel something and I'm pushed by something, then I do it. One thing I know about me is that you can't stop me. I do what I feel like doing, when I feel like doing, how I feel like doing it. And I think the more true I am to myself, the more I'm able to achieve my life goals. Cecily said, how does it feel to have someone in your life for so long? I think you're talking about my partner, who we've now been together almost 8, going on 9 years. So we met when we were quite young, and it feels good. It feels like air. It feels like breathing. It feels like natural. And I think there's nothing like the comfort of having someone who's like your flesh and your blood to like be there at any moment, who you get to share a burden with, share a thought with. And that's why I think love is such a beautiful thing, and relationship is such a beautiful thing. And I think you continue to make the choice to make it work, and I think it's really important to do that. Mrs. Shearer said, Patricia, how do you keep the flames going on in the marriage? That is so funny. You know, not getting into too much detail, the flames of passion do need to continue burning. They're not as hot and as flamey as they were, you know, when you're 19. However, I think that spending a lot of time with each other, communicating with each other, being honest with each other, and setting time aside to connect is really, really important, because you can get so carried away with doing everything else and that you're being very comfortable in your relationship that you don't get the opportunity to waft the flames, be that via conversation or going out and eating, or be it, you know, intimately and all that good stuff. But setting time is essential, okay? And connecting spiritually, I think that's really important. Hair Dear asked me, how do I keep my hair so flexible? How am I able to wear my extensions in a flexible way? I might do a video where I show like my hair pattern and stuff like that. But basically I have a track that goes all across that way and a closure, and then I do it like that, which means I can flip it back, flip it forward, flip it in the middle, because I do a track straight across. And it means that when I have all my like edges and stuff out, I can flip it back easily and you don't have to see all my tracks. Some days you can, but I don't really care that much, to be honest with you. Caro Not Caro asked me any good cheap makeup brands I can recommend. I don't believe in cheap products, but I love the Superdrug B range, and I love the Be Even foundation. I love Sleek. It was a great starter for me when I first started out with makeup. And oh, Jordana, their stuff's amazing. Ray gave me a bunch of stuff when I was in the US, and the lipsticks are on point. Patricia, what are your tips for great skin? I really believe that having a skincare routine is essential. I feel like, you know, once I got a bit older, my skin definitely requires work. Back in the day, I could literally just use Vaseline. Vaseline's clearly my favorite thing, right? Vaseline, and I look good. I look smooth as a baby's bottom. My skin was even everything. But the older that I got, it's not been the same. And I know that I wear more makeup as well, and I think that genuinely has a big impact on skin, if I be truly, truly honest with you. And keeping your face nice and moisturized, not always taking your makeup off. I'm gonna do a whole skincare routine really, really soon. So Grant asked me what made me start doing YouTube videos, and I was basically an accounting finance student who was bored, and I used to go out a lot, and I used to be into hair care, that's why. So I had a hair care channel ages ago. I used to be like obsessed. I used to read forums on hair, I used to read forums on skin, like I was very, very obsessed. So lots of girls on these forums would post their videos onto YouTube, and then I found the videos, and I found like Andrea's Choice, and I found Michelle Phan, and I was just like, what is this? I want to be part of this. And I just got involved. Like I was literally in awe of everything that I saw, and it just really inspired me just to get connected. I did YouTube for 3 years without a penny, but I was so passionate about it. I loved it. So yeah. Where do I see myself in 10 years? In 10 years, I see myself with 3 babies, my husband, still slim and trim and sexy, and like a house in, I don't know, like in Surrey with like land and cows. Ewalk76 said, if I could only live in one place for the rest of my life, where would it be? It would be London. I am a London girl through and through. The only thing I wish was that the weather was better. I feel like London is like just the most diverse and beautiful place where if you can work hard, you can actually do very, very well. I do not feel like, I mean, there's prejudice everywhere, but I really feel like here, you can overcome that. Gabriella Mongi asked me about my job and my career story. Will I ever talk about it? Of course I will. I could tell you all about what I've done, where I've done it and stuff like that. So maybe I'll do a proper video on this. I think that's a really good idea, because I'm really a geek and a professional at heart, but I'll talk about that one day for y'all. I was also asked, how do you stay real after you go big? Well, what's the definition of big, right? And then what's the definition of real? I think that, and I think this person was really nice to say that I come across as really down to earth and really the same. The reality is that you are who you are. And you know, I'm not someone who can fake things very much. It's just not my cup of tea. And I think that honesty is the way to success, to be honest. And I think that some people say like nice guys finish last, but I don't believe that. I've met so many people. I've met millionaires and people who sold companies and people who are extremely successful. And the one thing I've noticed in the trend and people who are extremely successful, a really good and genuine heart, a genuine joy and a genuine happiness, and a desire to help others. So I've had people who've been wanting to help me, you know, get better, doing things for me on the side. And these are people who are extremely successful, people who I would consider to be mentors. And I'm just like, wow. And I think it's so important to stay grounded in anything that you do, because you got to pay it forward, you know, because that's what people do to you. So I think it's really important to be really real. To be honest, I don't know any other way to be. So yeah. Was Michael supportive of me when I first started doing YouTube? Yes, he thought it was a bit weird, but he was always like, wow, Patricia, you're doing amazingly. And he's literally my #1 fan. So he's always been very supportive. Della Milvain said, if I had to choose bad breath or head lice for the rest of my life, what would I choose? Head lice, because you can always get, you know, get that comb and get the head lice out, or just wear a wig. However, if you've got bad breath or halitosis, you're just going to be having people flying left, right and center away from you, and nobody wants that. Was I ever a rude child? I was cheeky. I was never rude, because I would have got slapped into 1974, but I was cheeky, yeah, and a little bit strong-willed. My mum never called me bad, she never called me rude, she just said I'm a strong-willed child. Namaste. Hannah asked me, do I ever feel pressure from all the social media attention that I get? Definitely. I would be lying if I said that this world doesn't have an impact on the way you feel about yourself. It makes you feel so self-conscious. Like when I go out and about nowadays and when people see me, and actually a horrible situation happened. I was having a really emotional phone call, something had happened, and like I was in the station, like I was virtually like on the verge of tears because I was having quite an intense conversation. And at that point in time, lo and behold, someone spotted me. I was like, not now, I'm so sorry, not now, like crying like some idiot. And it's like, you have to be on, but I just couldn't be on, because at the end of the day, I'm a human and I have situations that I have to deal with like everybody else in the world. And it is a lot of pressure. I mean, I love it and I appreciate it, but I really like people to understand that we are all human beings. Nancy asked me, what was my teenage life like? Did I have strict parents growing up, so no sleepovers and all that good stuff? Yes, my parents were strict for sure, but that's what it's like when you're Nigerian. There was definitely no sleepovers. My mom says, sleep over where? You have your own bed. Why are you sleeping in somebody else's bed? No. And I did have one sleepover, and it happened at my house. And that was it. So, but I really appreciate the fact that my parents were strict. I feel like it really kept me out of a lot of problems that could have befell me but didn't then. I love this question. Would you rather be a man or stay a woman? I would love to try being a man for a day. I think being a man would be like really good fun, and I want to see the difference in the way that men are treated than women in life. And maybe I want to see what it's like with the different hormones and not having female hormones and not being as emotional as I am. And I feel like my emotions are because I'm a woman or because I'm crazy. When is my hair extensions line coming out? For those of you who don't know, I do have a line of hair extensions going out. We are actually shooting the campaign shots this week. It's going to be amazing. It should be coming out hopefully by the end of July, but I'll keep you all in the loop. I'm so excited about it. It's been a long time coming, but I just wanted to do it the right way. So yeah. Would Mike and I ever visit Nigeria? Of course, one day. I hope to go this December. Finally, it's been a long time. My older sister lives up there, if you guys don't know that, so I literally cannot wait to go. Solomon asked me, is being a YouTuber always so glam, and did you change your job because the pay was better? Well, yes, I'm glam right now because I'm sitting in front of the camera with my makeup on, right? If you ever saw what I look like prior to this, then no, right? When you're editing at 1 o'clock in the morning, then no. However, do I absolutely love doing this? The answer to that is yes. Do I get to go to really cool places? Definitely I do. Do I get sent some really cool things to try out? Definitely, for sure. So it's a really good balance, but it's hard work because you do work for yourself and you have to be self-motivated, and you need to get the balance really right. Did it pay when I left my job? No, it didn't pay better than my job. However, I could see so much opportunity in what I was doing that I was like, well, you know what, I'm gonna make this work. What was my first job? I mean, so I like this question. I like thinking about when I was younger and stuff. Okay, my first job, I used to do I mean, I've been working since I was like 3. But my first job, I think it was when I was delivering Betterware catalogs. And this was like child labor, okay? My neighbor, he used to like run this catalog thing. He would get like all the kids on the estate or in the area to basically put all these catalogs through people's doors, then dropping off the goods that people ordered. That was my first job. And then after that, I got a job in Coast in House of Fraser when I was 16, and I was a sales assistant. And then I worked at Coast and Oasis for years, all throughout school and university, until I kind of was able to find myself more, until I got my actual final job. I never talk about my dad. I have a lovely, amazing dad but I don't want to show my dad on camera that much because I just don't feel like showing my dad. You guys see my mum, she's crazy. She likes being in front of the camera. My mum and dad are still together. They're very nice. He's very funny, but it's not about putting my dad on the internet, if I'd be really real with you. Somebody asked me, how did I get a mortgage at such a young age? I got a mortgage when I was 24. Literally gonna do, like, when I read these questions, I feel like I have to do something like really serious for you guys. If you want to see a kind of money series, life series, go get what you want series that makes no sense, let me know in the comments. It's about to go down. I think I'm gonna create a new channel anyway, where I do all that kind of good, really gritty stuff to really help you guys and really empower you guys. I think it's so important. What is my faith? I am a practicing Christian. Somebody asked me, do my husband pray together, read the Bible? Of course we do. The family that prays together stays together, stand by that. And for sure, I do go to church, not all the time, not every week, but I love IHOP Kansas City. I will share the link. I mean, they've got the most awesome prayer room. I love the ethos of the church. Some people don't like it, but I know everyone's always got something to say. But if you are ever trying to get build a relationship with God, or just get some understanding, they've got some really good sermons and articles. Like, I like anything that is practical, and I feel like if you want to learn about prayer and stuff like that, they've got things and articles and steps to help you with prayer. So my faith is a big part of my life, and I try to walk in the way that really connects with my faith. If I could tell my 18-year-old self something, it would be, don't worry, things are gonna get amazing, and don't think about boys so much. Anna asked me what is my favorite summer snack, and it's blueberries. I try to eat lots and lots of fruit because I'm starting to develop a sweet tooth, but yeah, blueberries are delicious, and I find them, they just make me feel good when I have them. How do I deal with people disapproving with interracial relationships? I do not get disapproval unless it's on the internet. It's so weird that in real life nobody seems to care, but on the internet, and I think it's because it's just a global audience, people care a lot. And to be honest, the internet doesn't define my real life, so it doesn't really make any difference to me whatsoever. Did I go to university, and what did I do? Yes, I went to university. I studied accounting and finance. If I could eat only one food item for the rest of my life, what it would be rice. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions, yeah? I feel like I need to do a Q&A like series like once a month, because I've got more questions here than I can actually answer. I've already been doing this almost an hour right now. I'm gonna edit it down to like 20 minutes or something. So we're gonna stop the Q&A right here, right there. And if you have any more questions, I'm gonna make Q&As a regular thing. So guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later. Bye.